Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and read an article to you about the latest developments in the Jonathan Majors saga. Okay, of course, he was arrested and then let go because on a domestic violence charge, his ex-girlfriend, which happens to be a white girl, basically called the police and basically told them that he was beating on her and accused him of fighting her and beating on her and all of those sorts of things. And so then he was arrested based on this accusation. Before anything could be proven or anything like that, his acting career immediately began to suffer because, as you know, he was recently cast as Kang, the Conqueror, in the MCU. He had some other projects that were coming up that his name was pretty much taken off of. The MCU didn't go so far as to necessarily recast him, but obviously they were thinking about it. I think he was dropped from like a couple of agencies or whatever that didn't want to back him just based off of the accusations and the allegations. Okay. And so he had kind of said in the first place that, or at least his lawyers, the spokespersons, had said in the first place, they was like, no, we got some evidence that proves otherwise, and we're going to be able to present it. So apparently that happened. I'm going to read the article, and then I'm going to come back at you because Black women were really vocal about him, specifically because he was dating a white woman, and it was a white woman that was making the allegations on him. So they was like, oh, that's what he gets for being with a white woman and blah, 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 blah. And when Megan Good decided to stand by him as a friend, we don't know if they're more than friends or not. They could be friends. It could be more, whatever. It actually doesn't matter. She showed up at court with him and things of that nature, was holding hands. And so Black women kind of had something to say about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, now he's, want to jump back into being around Black women now that a white woman did him like that. The thing that I think a lot of Black women fail to realize is y'all do the same thing. Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Duh. Anyway, let me go ahead and read this article, and then we're going to talk about how we just got a little talk that we're going to have. Okay. So this was posted on the 28th of June. So NYPD found probable cause. NYPD found probable cause to arrest Grace Jabari. Now they want to release her name. Grace Jabari, Jonathan Majors' accuser, might be headed to jail after actor filed a counter complaint alleging she cut him by digging her thumbnail into my face. New developments in the domestic violence case launched against Jonathan Majors has turned the spotlight on his ex-girlfriend's alleged abusive past. Days after his June 21st court appearance, reports surfaced that Majors' legal team had filed a domestic complaint against the woman identified as Grace Jabari. His team also handed over evidence corroborating their claim that he was attacked and is the real victim in the ongoing legal battle. From the beginning, we have said Jonathan Majors is innocent and provably the victim here. Last week, for the first time, Mr. Majors met with NYPD to present them the evidence of what really happened that night, his attorney, Priya Chaudhry, told Entertainment Weekly. Within hours of reviewing the evidence and conducting their own thorough investigation, the NYPD found probable cause to arrest Grace Jabari for assaulting Jonathan Majors. The rising Hollywood star's career has hung in the balance since he was arrested on March 25th after an alleged altercation with the woman. She claimed that he had a violent outburst, leaving her with a broken finger, a cut behind her ear, and bruises after he allegedly twisted her arm and shoved her into a car. The alleged physical altercation broke out after Jabari claimed that she caught him texting other women and attempted to take his phone while they were inside a vehicle in New York City. Following police notification, Majors was arrested and charged. He has appeared in court twice, most recently on June 21st, with his reported new girlfriend. Oh, they're saying that they are dating. Megan Good by his side. A trial date has been set for August the 3rd. Okay. The new complaint accuses Jabari of being drunk and hysterical when she scratched, slapped, and violently grabbed Major's face, causing him to bleed. The last black man in San Francisco Star claimed that he had been attacked by the 30-year-old on previous occasions, but never sought assistance from law enforcement. In one instance, the complaint noted there was a verbal dispute in London that became physical. More damning details include Major's interview with NYPD detectives, where he answered yes to the following questions. Is the suspect capable of killing you or your children? Is the suspect violently and constantly jealous of you? Has the physical violence increased in frequency or severity over the past 6 months? Major has a 10-year-old daughter who has remained out of the spotlight from previous relationship. An incident report obtained by Insider revealed that the actor owned up to putting his hands on Jabari, but only in an attempt to place her back in the chauffeured vehicle after the altercation had spilled into the street. I was worried she would be hit by traffic, so I physically picked her up and put her in the car. In regards to his injuries, he said, in the morning, my face was stuck to the pillow because the blood from the cut from Jabari digging her thumbnail into my face. Reactions to the latest development have been mixed. Some of the comments include, I'm having an issue with this Jonathan Majors thing. I'm a believer of women, but also understand how uniquely targeted black men and boys are by the cops. Them arresting him and not her when they have probable cause to arrest both is not sitting right with me. Okay. Someone else said this sounds like Jonathan Majors' vindication, and being that the majority of us, myself included, believe that he was guilty, we all should be talking about this story a lot heavier than we are. The thing that trips me out about Jonathan Majors' thing is if old girl made that up, these girls know what game, these white girls know what game lies to play with black men to destroy their trajectory of their lives, and it's effed up. So this whole time they arrested Jonathan Majors when he wasn't even the aggressor. Sounds about white. Now I see why he's with Megan Good now. The apologies of this man should be just as loud as the accusations. His career almost went down a drain. Crazy. Chaudy's early tactics to defend her client included the release of text messages presumably sent by Jabari, attempting to apologize for their quarrel that resulted in charges. She even claimed she told police that the entire incident was her fault. So if you take a look at this, it's like he said, did you have the keys? Goodbye, blah, blah, blah. And please let me know you're okay. This is apparently her. Please let me know you're okay. When you get this, they assured me you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. Told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Call me when you're out. Then I love you. Then it says they just called again to check on me. And I reiterated how this was not an attack and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior out of care. She promised all will be relayed. Okay. The image tarnishing controversy has cost the actor as Hollywood seemingly began to turn its back on him in the early weeks of the case. Since then, rumors have circulated that his role as Kang the Conqueror may be recast. His talent agency, Entertainment 360 and PR Film, the lead company, both dropped him in April. His name is no longer connected to future projects such as the adaptation of Walter Mosley's novel, The Man in My Basement, or an Otis Redding biopic titled Otis and Zelma. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. Actually, he would be an awesome, like, Otis. But anyway, first of all, the truth is never as loud as the drama, right? It's always the drama is louder than the truth. When he was being accused, everybody was like, oh, he probably did it, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's right for him to drop their savages and yada, yada, yada. Black women weren't so much on the whole thing of whether he did it or not, but they were like, even if he did or didn't, we don't care because he's with a white woman, which I find to be very interesting and very hypocritical because when Black women are with white men, nobody says that. They don't say that. They don't hold that against Black women. They say that Black women are going where they're celebrated and where they're wanted and where they're loved, and you know, it's just love and it's just a relationship and it shouldn't matter and all of that sort of thing. And then they try to bring up white women's track record with black men and accusations about black men and what black men have done and what they have not done, which actually has truth to it. It's not that it doesn't have merit. It's just that it's hypocritical when it comes from black women's mouths, because black women do the same thing. Is the track record between black men and white women a good one historically in this country? No. Because all that it takes is white woman tears, and there's always a black man somewhere paying the price for it. Whether it's real or imagined, whether it's something that actually happened or didn't, whether she exaggerated it, lied about it, told the truth about it, whatever, there's always a black man hanging from a tree. There's always a black man thrown in a cell. There's always a black man losing something, including his life, based on the word of a white woman somewhere. Okay, think Emmett Till. Okay, and there are thousands of other Emmett Tills. Okay, this is true historically. However, black women do the same thing. Y'all call the cops on black men all the time in hopes that they get shot. Y'all are always calling the Romans on them. Y'all are always trying to say that black men are doing something even when they're not. You will go get a restraining order. You will go get, you know what I'm saying? You will file reports about, you know, violence and this and that for the same reason she did. Oh, he was texting women in his phone, or I thought it was women in his phone, or I thought he was cheating. Y'all have ran over them. Y'all have deleted them. Y'all have deleted kids in relation to failed relationships and things of that nature. Like, stop. Now that it comes out that not only is he not guilty like you thought he was, so that it can further your narratives and talking points, but now he's with a black woman and y'all gonna be like, oh, now he want to come back to a sister. Like, leave it alone. Stop. Again, stop. Because as a collective, y'all are not much better than these Beckys. Y'all got y'all own brand of Emmett Till and a black man. Y'all be setting up brothers, all kind of stuff. Like, y'all be setting brothers up in the hood. Y'all set them up in the judicial system and penal system. Y'all set them up at court. Y'all set them up with police calls. Like, get out of here. Now you want to be quiet. Be loud like you were when you were saying that he deserved it and all that type of stuff. Never want to see a black man actually come out on top, or it be proven that he didn't do it. Whatever it was that he's being accused of. Y'all be ready, waiting for the tea on how you can go about talking crazy about a black man on what he did. Like, all I got to say to that is Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, when all the evidence pointed to Megan actually being the one that was the aggressor in the situation and that even shot the gun. And Tory Lanez is in jail right now, I do believe. And black women celebrated it. Celebrated Megan, and they celebrated the fact that Tory was in jail for quote unquote shooting her, whatever. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.